audio files. This episode is going to be a little bit different since we are doing it over Zoom. So if it
Woo.
sounds like garbage, ignore that because somebody had to go get sick.
That somebody is probably me.
Oh, I mean, I had strep last week and now you might have the flu. So
I don't think I had the flu. I think I just got a cold.
Dad has the flu.
Does he have the flu?
He told me today he's like 90% sure he's got the flu. Yeah.
I haven't had a fever or anything. I've just been like
Okay, that's
stuffed
good.
up.
Yeah, he's had
I've
like
been
the whole
taking
nine
my
yards.
temperature. No, I'm just congested.
Okay, that's good. It's just cold and stay away from that.
Plan. Well, I got laundry I gotta do.
Man, poor Carla. She's gonna like all she knows is that my dad wears tidy whities and now he's got the flu. So she's gonna know my dad really well by the end of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are doing Circle of Desire by Carla Swafford. This book is not available on Kindle Unlimited. It's $10.99 on Amazon, but currently, at the time of recording, it is $4.99 on Amazon.
Woo.
We met this wonderful sweet lady at the Sumiton Book Fest. Absolutely fell in love with her, and we both bought a book.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, this one's Alyssa's book, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. The trigger warnings are sexual content, violence, gun violence, death, murder, emotional abuse, depression, and death of a parent. These were not listed online. These are just the ones that Alyssa and I decided that were probably present in this book. Here's a description. She knew how to fight, but not to love. As the top assassin at the Circle, a shadowy group of mercenaries, Olivia St. Vincent can hunt down anyone. She's been trained since she was a teenager to kill without feeling, to interact with men without love. But when she's kidnapped by the enigmatic leader of a rival organization, she learns she's been lied to for years. She's never worked for the good guys. Colin Riker believes the sultry woman he's abducted knows more than she's telling about the Circle and its plans for complete domination. Over time, as they work together, Olivia's tenacity and vulnerability captivate him. But if he isn't careful, Colin will fall into the biggest trap of all, caring for a woman who can betray him to his greatest enemy. I did it. Yay.
Woo.
You had the reviews, madam?
I do. So there's not a lot of reviews actually in general of this book, and that's just because I'm pretty sure Carla's like what's the word? A small author.
Yeah.
Like not a very well-known author,
Yeah.
which disgrace, honestly. She deserves
She
higher praise, in my
deserves it.
opinion. But
Yes.
that's just me.
No, I
But
absolutely love this.
average rating on Storygraph for her book is a 3.29, and there's only 2 written reviews, so I'm going to just read those both. 3-star that's on there says, I usually like female assassin type books. I like reading about badass women, so this book was good for that. And then the 4-star says, this is the first book I've read in this genre, so it is hard for me to rate it. I don't know how it compares to others. In my opinion, the steam level is really high and well written, but it's possible that someone used to reading this genre only finds it normal. I thought there were a lot of hot scenes and sometimes wished for a bit more of the espionage and assassin parts, which again may not be what fans of this genre would be looking for. Most of all, I enjoy Olivia and her beau, but beau spelled weird.
B-E-A-U.
B-E-A-U-X.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I think that's still Bo.
Anyways, they are strong characters with clear goals and strong personalities. Overall, an enjoyable read.
Nice.
And going to not Storygraph, Goodreads. Yeah, okay. 3.72 is going to be the average rating on that. The 1-star rating I picked from there, which is, I think, the only one that's like actually not a novel, because there's only 2 on there, says, nope, nope, nope. I should have stopped this book in the first chapter when a man she was going to have consensual sex with handcuffs her and proceeds to molest her while she says no. Instead, I kept reading until his best friend calls her a oops, and then I gave up. No, it's not sexy when someone doesn't stop if you say no. It's not cool to derivatively call a woman a slut when you know nothing about her just because she's female. No, not sexy. DNF. In my honest opinion, though, she did want it.
Yes. It wasn't a no, it was a yes, no.
Yeah. Anyways, 5-star I picked from this is Olivia is not an easy woman to love, a killer and now the pawn between 2 dangerous men. Theo is insane, and Colin Riker is a driven, hard man and leader of the enemy group that splintered off from the Circle. The chemistry between Olivia and Colin is melt the pages hot. The action is fast, and it is a real page-turner. Miss Swafford is a talented author, and I look forward to the other books in the series. And on Amazon, the average rating on there is a 5. And there's no written reviews. So that's that.
Nice.
Oh, James.
Oh my gosh, there he is.
James.
There's some spoilers coming up, sweetie. You better cover your ears.
Well, that's nice segue.
We didn't forget you this time, James.
Yeah, you'll be editing this one, so hopefully not.
I'm usually pretty
Okay.
good.
I usually am too. Like the kids were awful. They've been awful here lately, really bad. Anyways, what's your first note?
Page one, Olivia sounds badass and I aspire to be her.
Dude, me and you should just like crawl in the same skin and be the same person. Because I said, love a woman who can handle weapons. I aspire to be one. We're both
Yes.
aspiring by the first page. It's really cool.
I was just like, ooh, honestly, I was thinking to myself, like I was reading this and I'm like, you know what? If I was a man, I'd definitely have a boner for her because like the fact that she can
I was
like
waiting for that to go down.
I was like the fact she can handle like a sniper, like
Didn't she say in like
girl.
the first couple of pages how she was like setting up her sniper rifle and she was like, if I was a man, I'd have a boner?
Yes.
Man, that made me laugh so much.
Yes.
Carla's
And I
got
was
us
just
over
like
here feeling some type of way.
like I'm 100% straight, but
Love it.
Olivia.
You know, if a girl like Olivia exists, call us up. Olivia is a literal assassin, but secret, hush hush. Meanwhile, sleeps around all willy-nilly as a stress release. I mean, some people knit or bake or whatever, but
It's not bad for stress relief though. You know what? If I could live a life like that,
yeah.
because
The
you also
only
get to
thing
travel all the time too.
that's really
She's
good too,
probably
yeah.
like traveled and had sex with so many people in so many different places. Like
Men
she'd
only
fill out that
specifically.
bingo card.
Hard. Oh my gosh. Keep your germs away, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I've been trying so hard.
No, didn't like what was I meant to write down her like assassin name and like her real name because they were like pretty much the same thing, weren't they? Her
Olivia
undercover name.
Olivia Roth was her undercover name.
Yeah, and then like Olivia St. Vincent,
Vincent
right?
is her
Yeah.
real name. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
She could have changed the first name up a little bit, just to be sure. But I do
Yeah,
understand like that would have been a little bit confusing.
yeah.
Because like in another book I'm reading right now, the girl has like two names, and I'm just like, that's super confusing.
A little bit. Yeah. But it's not like she uses the fake name that much in the book.
That's true. Only when she's going like killy kill.
Yeah, pretty much. My second note is page 12, spicy.
It did get there pretty quickly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was just like, oh.
This is labeled as adult erotica and erotic romance, so I
It's
understand that.
a 100% justified for that.
Yes.
Like, I wasn't expecting it to be that soon, but based off of the cover of the book that I purchased from
Yeah.
Sumiton Book Fest, like I should have known.
Yeah. No, I really like the cover. Like the cover that we have is a lady sitting on a couch. I'm assuming it's a lady, it's wearing high heels, and she's holding a gun that's touching the floor. And like her
Mm-hmm.
legs are spread, her arms are between her legs because some of the
Mm-hmm.
covers are
Mm-hmm.
completely off. Not really off, just not as good as
Different.
this one.
Yeah, the cover that I have is like
There's
mwah,
apparently
chef's kiss.
three different colors covers.
Really?
Yes, there's one that's just a woman's back and she's not wearing anything. And then
Oh.
there's the one with a man and the woman on Amazon. The one with just
Oh.
the back was when it was published by Avon Impulse in
Oh.
2011.
Hmm.
But I like this one better, the one with the
I like this
gun.
one the most.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Okay, what is your next note?
It's giving Stockholm syndrome.
Yes, 100% believe that. That might be need to be a trigger warning. I'm not sure though.
I don't know if I'd consider it a trigger. Well, no, I don't know, but
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
But for who? For Colin or for the other guy? Colin is the one that kidnaps her. I
I
did
was gonna
not write down the
say,
other guy's name.
oh my God, I'm blanking. I literally just finished this 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Who? Describe who he is, and it might trigger it for me.
The bad guy that owns the other operation and everyone's talking about
Oh,
how crazy he
Theo?
is. Yes, that
Theo?
one. So
I think
Stockholm for
it's
Collins or Theo?
Stockholm syndrome for Collins. Like Olivia's fallen in love with Colin.
Approve. Smash.
Yeah. 100%.
So bro like kidnapped her, and then he's like, "You live here now." And so they went to her house and moved out all her stuff and just brought it to the
Yes.
headquarters and was like,
Yes.
"This is yours." And she was like, "Well, I can't leave my stuff, so I guess I'm gonna have to stay now."
Yes. Oh, because like all that stuff, like she's probably like picked out and like handpicked and was just like, I like that and that, you know. So like, she's
It's
probably
not
taking
home without
time.
these things. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
she
like
could steal the knickknacks, but
they didn't ask her, but the fact that he thought about that was like just very pro Colin for me.
yes.
The fact that
I
he
mean,
even thought about that.
sus at first, but like,
Yeah, at first I
I
was
mean,
like, wow, that's messed up. But then later on, I was like,
yeah,
hey, you know what?
smash.
Smash. That's one of those tee moments.
The OS is giving like District 13 from the Hunger Games vibes, but like,
Yes.
like before you find out how corrupt coin is,
Uh-huh.
like, like that before you find out coin is corrupt and stuff, like that whole euphoric feeling where it's just like it's branched off from the government and all that stuff, like
Yeah, the
it's
underground
like,
base.
yeah, like the OS is giving that.
Yes, very highly. I wonder if she got some of her inspiration from Hunger Games. We'll have to ask her in her interview.
Definitely have to ask her. I need to know like how. Because like I don't know, I've never read a book like this. This is my
I
first
haven't
like
either. This has
assassin
been really
book,
good. Really? I've read a
and
few, but I think this one's my favorite by far.
this is my first, and obviously it's gonna be my favorite.
Hmm. So she's been there several months. Her organization thinks she's dead. She just wants to mount Colin. They're just like, oh no, she's dead. And she's like, so when are we gonna smash?
Yeah, that was my next note because I'm like, Colin is playing games with her sex drive, and it was pissing me off like for her
It was
already.
pissing me. It was making me mad too. I'm just like, stop, because they get close, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, and I'm like, stop.
I'm like, bro, can you please just get it over with?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And then they went on the up and they were like trying to get this guy alone. So I don't know if the deal was to kidnap him or what, but she convinced the guy that her and Colin and Mason, that was his name, they were gonna have a threesome. And so she was like, I gotta go to the
Yes.
restroom. And Mason starts grabbing Colin's. I was crying. I was laughing so hard at that. And then he was like, did that weird like pressure point thing where I can pass out. And then
Yeah.
he's like, you can come out of the bathroom now. And I was just like, oh my gosh, dude.
Again, I aspire to be Olivia.
I do too. Man, got us feeling some type of way over here.
Pretty much, yeah. You know what else I really loved about this book? She didn't use like weird euphemisms for body parts.
Oh my gosh. Yes, deserved an award.
Because, like, I was thinking about it. Like, I don't know how far into the book I got, but then I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know what? She didn't use like that weird stuff, like his
His
magic wand and
sword.
his sword, her like wetness or like, I don't know, her cavern, whatever it is, like
Her
she
dripping
used,
cavern.
yeah, like she used like good words. I mean,
Yeah.
basic words, and that raises that rating there just because it's not weird, you know?
No, I agree with that 100%. I cannot, nothing kills the mood more than getting to a spicy part of a book and it's talking about his rock hard, hot, veiny length. Like, just say his wank or something. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you're already writing erotica. You can just use a word.
Right?
But no, I love that she actually went for it. She went for the gold.
Yeah. And I think she won.
Yeah, for real. So they finally smashed, and now Colin is trading her for two of his operatives, knowing she's going to die. BS.
Yeah, that pissed me off, but then I was like, you know what? He's got a plan. I trusted him. I'm like,
Bro,
he's
he
got a
didn't
plan.
have
He's
a
not gonna let her
plan.
die. I knew he wasn't gonna let her die.
What was your next note, ma'am?
It got really frustrating when they wouldn't stop like not trusting each other. But
Oh
at
my
the end of the day,
gosh.
if you really think about it, it's like the way they grew up, it kind of just makes sense why they wouldn't trust each other.
Yeah, like she
You know,
was
and
literally taught and trained to hate him.
yes. And not only that, it's just like she grew up her whole life thinking like, oh, I can't. trust anybody because, like,
Grew up on
you
the
know,
streets.
I grew up on the streets. I have nobody who loves me and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I felt
And
really bad for
then,
her.
yeah, me too. Made me really sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it it really got like frustrating when they wouldn't like trust each other and just like communicate to each other. Like, I
Yeah.
trust you, and like,
Use your words.
use your words, not your hands.
Yeah, use your eyes, not your hands. So I'm gonna tell my 2-year-old all the time.
Oh yeah.
How did you feel when she went to the sword? Because she went to go get the sword from Theo, and she was like, I'm gonna take this back to Colin because maybe he'll accept me then. And bro was already there. So he was there for the sword, but not for her.
Well, when he found out she was there too, he like left with her and had intentions of taking her with him.
Just because she was there,
Yeah, but I have a feeling he probably would have went and got her.
like that rubbed me the wrong way. Like it wasn't like it didn't make me DNF or anything, but I was just like, how could he? And like I
No,
kept reading because I was like, what is she gonna do? Like, how's she gonna
no,
react to that? Me personally, I'd be mad.
no. I had full faith he would have gone back and got
Really?
her.
But
Hmm.
it had been like 2 months.
She wasn't there for 2 months.
It was a while, was it?
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't like the next day or anything. I swear to you, it was at least 2 to 3 weeks or a month because it had talked about him being
Oh, you know
back
what? You might be
and
right.
yeah, and then like the other guy, what's his name? His best friend, his bestie bro. He was
Jason?
like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so. He was like, you got to get over her. It's been weeks.
You know, maybe.
You know what?
But yeah, but that's the reason why I had full faith in the fact that he probably would have gone back for her.
Well, because Theo sent pictures of them kissing. I don't know if they were new pictures or if they were
They
old
probably
pictures.
weren't. They were probably old pictures.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because like wasn't she locked up in a dungeon?
Yes. Well,
Yes. Half the time, I think.
no. So he sent her back to be Theo's like plaything, basically. Right?
Yeah.
And then he went to go get the
Yes.
sword. And then they escaped.
Yeah.
And then she got captured
Oh, see,
by
I wrote here.
Theo.
He left her there for 5 weeks before she escaped.
Yeah, so that's when the dungeon, when he kept her in the dungeon.
Yeah.
So that's different from the sword thing or the sword incident.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yes,
I just
because
remember bro left her there for like a while.
girl, so
Go.
he trades her, right? They
Yeah.
might have been there for a little bit, but
5 weeks.
then no, not then.
Not
I
this
don't
time.
think.
Oh, she did go back like multiple times, didn't she? Not really go back on purpose, but like
Yeah, let me
captured.
finish.
Sorry, listen.
Lord. Okay, so she gets traded, right?
Mm,
And then she ends up getting out with AJ's help. AJ helps her get into Theo's chambers so that she can get the sword. Colin is there. They get the sword and then they leave.
mhm.
And then they go and they hide in this cabin in the middle of Tennessee
That's right.
for 5 weeks.
Mhm.
It was supposed to be like 48 hours or something is when like the OS was on
This
lockdown.
was
But
not
they
the
stayed there
five
for 5 weeks.
weeks.
They stayed there for a couple weeks.
They stayed there for a while. The 5 weeks I'm talking about. They were
But
hiding when the
then,
circle caught them. She sacrificed herself for him to live. Theo sent Colin
yes,
photos of them kissing. Colin thought she betrayed
yes.
him, so he left her there for 5 weeks. I don't know how
Ooh,
long
my
they were in
ears
the
starting to
cabin.
ring.
I forgot.
But yes, that's the 5 weeks. It's
Yeah,
after they escaped, we're in the cabin
that's
and
right.
then
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was trying to explain, but for some reason, disconnect. But no, like I wholeheartedly believe that when he traded her first before they went to the cabin and all that, he would have gone and got her.
Yes.
But then afterwards, I mean, I think he was gonna like, even though like he was like betrayed by the fact that she supposedly was kissing Theo, even though it was probably old pictures because
Yeah.
he was beating her.
Hmm.
Oh, there was physical abuse. Anyways, it's okay.
Torture, you know?
Torture, yeah. What do you know? I
Yes.
feel like he probably would have broke his like that and still went to go get her because
Yeah.
he had like some feeling. But then again,
Yeah.
Olivia's a badass and she could take care of herself.
Oh, she's got it. Hands
Yeah,
down.
she got it.
She's a big high buff.
But I mean, aside from all that,
Smash.
to have a man like Colin
Hmm.
insert that Italian hand emoji,
Yes.
just the
Dun,
way
dun,
he
dun.
cares for her is goals.
Mhm. So I'm gonna
Like,
I'm gonna give you a dilemma here. You have like 20 seconds to answer. You ready?
Okay.
Rye bread or Colin?
Oh, that's a hard one. Man.
You have about 10 seconds left on the clock.
I don't know. I kind of want to say Colin.
You have about 5 seconds left.
I think I'm going to say Colin.
Time. Okay, we're saying Colin.
I think so. I feel like maybe it's just because like Colin seems like he'd be more of like a realistic person. Like I ain't ever gonna find a man who's gonna be
Yeah.
like the High Lord with
Oh, obviously
freaking
not.
bat
Yeah.
wings. You know, like that's
The
not.
wingspan and everything.
But also, I mean, like, yeah, Rybread like
Oh, maybe I
takes
should
care of
mention
Feyre.
to new listeners,
Oh
rye
yeah.
bread is
Resand.
Rysand.
Resand.
We could never figure out how to say his name, so we just called him rye bread.
Yeah, it was just easier, you know, it's just flows off the tongue.
Rye bread. Yeah, I think about that all the time. But okay, so
But
like she gets out, like escapes 5 weeks later. The first thing Colin does is use his magic stick, handcuffs her, takes her back to headquarters as a prisoner. He's insufferable. Smut is good though.
yeah, Smut was really, really good. Like, just gonna skip to like not the skip to the end, but like the last smut scene in the book.
Hmm.
It gave me feels.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I was just like, well, damn.
Like the when Theo dies. Whoa, hit my mic.
Oh, that's my next note. Olivia deserved to have the opportunity to kill Theo.
I feel like it was very anticlimactic. Like if I have one not great thing to say about this book, it would be the fact that it was very anticlimactic. Like a guy who had only been in the book maybe 5 minutes was the one who killed him and not Olivia, even after all the torture and stuff that he put her through. I
Yeah.
really wish it was Olivia who did that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Olivia definitely deserved to have the opportunity to kill Theo because of everything that he did to her. Like, not
Yes.
that Arthur, which is
I think it
Colin's
was
brother,
Arthur. Yeah.
yeah. Not that Arthur didn't deserve it too, because he corrupted him too and like, did a lot of stuff to him too, but like
Yeah.
he literally made Olivia his sex slave.
Yeah.
Age of 14.
I compared it to like a song building up at a club, only to have it just switch to T Swift at the drop off point.
Honestly,
Absolutely hate
okay.
those. You
Okay.
like those? Oh, are you saying okay? I thought you were saying those are okay.
No, yeah, no,
I was about to say,
yeah.
what is wrong with you?
No.
Those are
I
horrible.
hot take. I don't like Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh, I don't either. I'm so glad you said that.
I used to, and like I used to go into like phases where like I liked her and then I didn't like her. And now it's just I feel like she's so overhyped.
Oh my gosh, yes. She's not even that nice.
I've heard things like I've heard that there's a person that I've worked with before who actually went to school with her or knows someone who went to school with her. It was one or the other.
Yeah.
And they said that she was not a nice person and that all of
No.
her songs are not real.
Yeah. My dad sometimes works with like the Secret Service and stuff like that. And one of his
Mhm.
buddies was actually on the detail for her one time and said that she was awful and that she screamed at everybody and she was just very stuck up, very rude. And he never signed up for another detail with her again.
Damn.
Apparently, a lot of famous people are like that, but I would just like to pretend that they're nice. So,
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, you can kind of like tell based off of like the people. Like you
yeah.
see them in interviews, you can kind of just sense it.
Okay. I have one more note,
I've
and it's like
got
the ending
two.
note. Okay, you go ahead first.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like ending notes. My first one says, I want more. This book was too good.
Hmm.
And then
Lucky for
my
you,
second
this is
one,
only book one.
I know, and I can't wait to find the rest of the series and get it and like read it. Like I will eat that up. Like I'm not even
Yes.
kidding.
Num
And then my
num.
second my my last note is Carla Swafford is so slept on. Like I don't understand why more people don't know about her writing.
I know.
Like I've been like in the book Facebook groups that we've been on,
Mhm.
I've been like starting to like recommend her to people who are like looking for
Yeah.
books. I'm like, y'all.
We were on a GM fairy kick for a while, but it's time
Yeah.
for Carla Swafford now.
2023 was GM Fairy. I think 2024 is going to be Carla Swafford.
Hey, I'm down for that. I really like Carla Swafford's writing.
Me too.
Okay.
Oh, you remember Sumiton Book Fest? You talked about how like a bunch of people were like authors were like your new girl crushes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Carla Swafford's my new girl crush. So go away.
Man, you're already claiming dibs? That's not even fair. You didn't give me a
Yes.
chance to fight for.
You already said during the Sumiton Book Fest episode that we did that you had like girl crushes on like everybody. Like, girl, I'm taking claim on her.
Listen,
We were
listen, I
actually
can't help it.
emailing
I'm easily
her.
swayed.
We were emailing her to talk about getting an interview with her, which we're gonna be coming out with soon. But like we were just having like a nice little chit chat and like honestly, like she is so funny. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I aspire to be someone like her, you know?
I just can't get over the fact that she looks exactly like your godmother.
I never saw it until like one of her Facebook posts. Not Facebook posts, Instagram
I was gonna say,
posts.
I thought it was Instagram.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Instagram. I don't know. I was thinking about Facebook because I was thinking about my godmother at the same time, but it
Yeah.
was one of her face or Instagram posts. Oh my God, Instagram posts. And I don't know what it was about it. I looked at it and I was just like, damn, she does look like my godmother.
I know, like I'm
It's
sitting there at
weird.
Sumiton and the whole time, like I'm seeing Carla, I'm talking to Carla, but in my mind it's your godmother. But anyways, I'm super excited to do the Carla Swafford interview. I don't think we've told anybody about that yet, but we'll be doing that very, very soon. We don't have a release date on it. We're kind of putting it in our piggy bank for later when we need it.
Yeah, because we have another interview lined up too. That's
I know
actually we're
we
gonna be
have
recording this week.
two interviews coming up.
So,
We're super excited. You want to let the other one be a surprise?
do we want it to be a surprise?
I think so.
Okay, it'll be a surprise.
Okay.
We'll figure out a schedule and when to post that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got interviews lined up and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for them.
Me too, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. Do you want to do your ending note or do you want me to do my ending note?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Paper, rock, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Sorry.
Girl.
Sorry.
I'm about
Okay,
to
ready?
slap you.
You just gotta tell me what you're holding up. You ready?
Why don't we
It'll
just
work.
type
Come
it
on.
in the chat? We can type it in the
Oh,
chat.
where's chat at? Okay, hon. Ignore my really loud planky keyboard, everybody, because I type really loud. Okay, so, okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn.
Ah, I win. I get rock and she did scissors. I can't believe that worked. Okay, so mine is ending was sweet when she chained him up and wrote him and said she loved him, and he called her a crazy bitch. Happily ever after. That was my ending note. What's yours?
Accurate. Actually mine's like my buzz comments and stuff. I mean like but my ending notes are like I want more of this and Carla Swafford is slept on pretty
Yes,
much.
you've already said that, but you know.
I have to reiterate it.
Yeah, honestly. The title of this episode could be Carla Swafford slept on. Okay, my
Yeah.
buzzwords are suspense, steamy, erotic, happily ever after, and unputdownable.
Ooh, girl, you ready for
Girl,
this?
you know I was down bad when I say the book was unputdownable.
You know what else?
What?
You know I'm down bad when I put downable too.
Girl, we're just down bad for Carla Swafford.
But yeah, I put unput downable. I literally stayed up all night reading this because I was that invested. And
I
like,
did
I
too.
think I read like a chapter one night and then another chapter another night and then another chapter another night. And then I was like, well, like the next night after that, I was like, well, I gotta read chapter 4. And then I'm like, well, no, I gotta finish the book. Like I have to keep reading a little bit more. And I just
Yeah.
was like, I gotta read a little bit more. And then had to read a little bit more. And then finally it was like 4 a.m. and I was like, well, I only have like this many pages left. I might as well keep going.
Might as well go ahead, yeah.
So I ended up finishing the book at like 6 a.m.
Dude,
100% worth it though.
I struggle with the let me just finish this chapter because authors have, I guess, I don't know if they've recently learned this or if they've always been doing this, but they'll put the hook at the end of a chapter. And so now I'm just like, God, I gotta keep reading. So if I say
Yes.
unput downable, it was unput downable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and my last buzz comment is highly recommended. Would read again.
Yes.
Book trophy.
What is your rating?
Is a 5 out of 5.
I honestly was gonna say 5 out of 5 because I know you. I give it a 4.5 out of 5, but only because
Girl.
if I give it a 5 out of 5, I'm gonna reread it, and I normally don't unless it's like godsend. But I did give it a 4.5, which is
Are you
almost
telling
would
me?
read again.
Are you telling me you won't read this again?
No, I'm telling you, I'll read the rest of her series because I already have them on my Amazon wish list and in my Amazon cart.
Are you telling me you will not be rereading this book?
Honestly, I might buy my own copy for a book trophy, which you know me, and I don't buy book trophies.
No.
I have one book trophy, and that's only because someone bought it for me.
Oh, is it the brightly woven?
Two book trophies. No, the first one is Brightly Woven, and the other one is The Edge of Sleep because it's one of my favorite podcasts that Mark Fishbach is on, and I am a
Oh,
simp for Mark Fishbach.
that's true.
Marky
No cap.
Moo. No cap, straight facts.
Straight
I feel
bussin'.
like this episode has been the top of the pyramid of all the cringy sayings that we can easily fit into a sentence.
No, there is one other episode. I don't remember which one, but
You
we
remember
fit
what we were
like
discussing?
no, I don't. I
So
feel like it was one of the more
you're
recent
coming at
ones.
me trying to spit facts with no facts being spat, huh?
No. There is an episode. I just can't remember which one it is.
Oh, okay.
I swear. One day I'm gonna go and I will find whichever episode
I
it is, and
do
that's
you
gonna be the
know
highlights that's listed on the blog post.
do you know what would help us? Is if imagine this, hang with me, is if someone created a website, right?
Oh,
And they put all the episodes on there and they just put the
wow.
highlights on there. Do you think anyone has ever made one of those yet?
I don't I don't think anyone has.
You don't think so? Well, what
Except for
about
me.
what did you do?
I created Bibliophiles Audiophiles website.
Girl, what's the link?
Biblioaudiopod.com.
Wow, you know what? I'm gonna check that out right now as we're discussing on the phone if I can figure out how to work my new Windows computer.
Yeah, I'm actually logging into it right now
Oh,
just to
okay.
see what's going on right there. But yeah, we got a
Girl.
website. It's got 4 blog posts.
Episodes featuring your book. Wow, this is such
Yeah.
a good website. I think everyone listening should check out this website.
Honestly, it's a really good
That was
website.
that was a really good ad read. We should start doing more
Yeah,
like
right.
that. That's pretty funny. Okay,
Yeah, not cringy at all. So yeah, website,
yeah, blog post.
blog posts, email,
Oh, our email is biblioaudiopod@gmail.com.
and our Instagram is at biblioaudiopodcast.
Ah. Okay, so some ending notes the way we like to say. Thank you for listening. Carla Swafford, we are actually in love with you. If you would let
Me
us
more than
know.
Lydia, because I've staked claim on you, but
So Alyssa is asking your hand in marriage. So let us know your response to that ASAP. And until next time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
stay cool.
Stay frosty. Bye.
Bye.